This year, we are particularly excited to have so many international leaders with us to inspire us to think global, play local. I get in my own personal experience, I tell this story only because it's so true. When I was probably about 4 years old, my father threw me those, the classic red rubber ball, like the ultimate piece of sporting equipment. And I just remember we were out in the yard, he threw it to me and I caught it. And it was just one of the great experiences of my young life. Yeah, I caught it, and I threw it back. There's Donna DeVerona is in the house. This is tremendous. Good morning, Donna. Nice to see you. You know what it's like if that to me was such a clarifying moment. I knew I wanted to catch it again and throw it again and be a jock. And that is, if we can inspire young kids to know that they could use their bodies and use their minds and find such gratification at an early age and then hang on to that throughout their lives, we've got something going here. I'm absolutely thrilled that sports legend Kobe Bryant, Tony Hawk, and Jackie Joyner-Kersee are going to be here today, along with 40 other speakers and leaders, international game changers, and grassroots innovators, including a delegation of coaches from Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. They're here. Hello, good morning to you. I know, this is outstanding. Also like to give a big shout out to today's sponsors, Nike, and if you're counting, this is the 4th summit that Nike's been a part of. 2-time summit sponsors Target, Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, the Hospital for Special Surgery. I've had a couple of knee surgeries there. They do very nice work. I recommend them highly. My own colleagues at NBC Sports Group and so many other people have made today possible. The NHL for sharing the Stanley Cup. You got to get your picture. That is the all-time great trophy. I'm trying hard to think of something cooler than the Stanley Cup. It's not coming to mind. Be sure to take your picture and share it with hashtag Project Play, and we'll retweet a bunch of those. Kevin Carroll for his generous donation of the We All Speak Ball exhibit to the summit and the Aspen Institute Sports and Society program. If you're in the room or following along via the live stream that's going on right now, be sure to engage with us on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's at Aspen Inst Sports and hashtag Project Play. So that's all that stuff is going on. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dan Porterfield, who this year became the president and CEO of the Aspen Institute. This is a win for everybody who cares about sports, because that's what Dan does. He gets sports. He grew up in Baltimore. He was a multi-sport athlete himself. He coached youth basketball teams, and later he was the interim athletic director at Georgetown University. He also served as a senior vice president and English professor for 14 years. Good God, you've been busy. Then he was a president at Franklin and Marshall College. He was a leader in Division III sports. He took steps to build an athletic culture that celebrated the educational value of sports and coaching. Going to talk a lot about coaching today. We're grateful to have him with us. Look forward to what he has to say. Please join me in welcoming Dan Porterfield to the stage. Dan?
Thank you, Mary, for that kind introduction and for your leadership in providing equity of opportunity across all sorts of sports, especially, of course, in tennis. It's exciting to be here in partnership with NBC Sports for the Aspen Institute, and of which Project Play is a major part. I'd like to thank the Aspen Institute's director for the Sport and Society program, Tom Ferry, who's here today, the leader of all of this, fantastic executive director and leader as a journalist, as a thinker, and now as an organizer and a change maker. Tom, thank you for everything that you do to make this possible today. Thank you. At the Aspen Institute, we love the mission and work of the Sport and Society program and Project Play to build healthy communities through sport by breaking down barriers to access to recreation, by developing and distributing critical information about how to build healthy sports programs and cultures, and by working at all sorts of local levels all around the country and increasingly the world to create a culture of sport, always with a mindset towards health, wellness, and citizenship. I believe that such work is essential, not only for the Aspen Institute, which is this vast people-serving force of good that has 30 different policy programs and everything from climate change to education to the future of work. This work we're doing here today is essential across all of that work and for all sectors of society. It's crucial for a strong society to be good at things that parents and families need and value. That has to happen. Our institutions have to be good at the things that families need and value. For example, that means good societies, right, are excellent at promoting security and safety. The best societies are excellent at promoting education and opportunity. The best societies are excellent at promoting clean air and water and preserving the environment. And the best societies are excellent at promoting and developing a culture of sports, athleticism, and recreation in their young people. All young people, not just the children of privilege. We want all of our young people to play and be active. We also want the systems that we build to provide these opportunities sustainably. We want even more people from every zip code, from every country, from every business, and across all the supposed divides of difference to come together to create systems that structure and sustain youth involvement in sports. Participation in sports is a passport to a successful adulthood. Sports grow confidence and cross-cultural relationships. Sports cultivate the qualities of discipline, resilience, and leadership. Sports promote health, fitness, and wellness. Sports broaden horizons and give perspective. Through sport, we learn that defeat is not death, but the chance to compete again. And ultimately, we know that sports build citizenship, and that is more important for our country and our world today than ever. We must build strong citizens, and sport is a passport to that great goal. By investing in access, equity, and character formation in youth athletics, we emphasize to young people the value of their active participation in society. They're wearing their uniform when they are in the shopping mall, when they are helping a friend at school, when they are doing their chores. They are always wearing their uniform as an athlete and as a citizen in our society. And sports cultivates that sense and that pride in being an active citizen. That's good for them, and it's good for all of us. Of course, there's no single way to achieve these goals. The Aspen Institute and the Sport and Society program are committed to working with all of you to create that healthy sports culture, sustain it, and take pride in it, and help our young people have ownership in it and be leaders within the sports culture that we're building. That's critical. We're committed to working with all of you. We're so proud to be here today.